What up, people of the internet? Erica here today. I am coming to you with my top 10 favorite standalones. So stay tuned. Look at these shelves. Aren't they neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the one who has all the books on these shelves? Adventures are told. How many adventures can one shelf hold? Looking around here you think, sure, I've got all the books. Okay, so I'm going to be going through my top 10 favorite standalones. I wouldn't say they're my top 10, but they're some of my favorites for sure. I could sit here all day and tell you how many, go through all the books that I love. But I just want to give you a little bit of gander of the things that I have enjoyed in the past, because I'm bringing back the legendary readathon this year. Or I should say the legendary readathon. And one of the prompts is to read one of my favorite books. Now, I've got 8 books here. I can't find the Emily Henry book that I was trying to find, Book Lovers. It's around here somewhere. But Book Lovers by Emily Henry is definitely one of my top favorites. I just love Emily Henry. The only one that I didn't enjoy by her really was Happy Place. So other than that, she's an amazing writer. Her books are funny and heartwarming and sometimes a little sad, but good. They're really good. So if I had to choose, I would choose Book Lovers and Beach Read as the other two in this top 10. So next we have She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Allison Derrick. This was super, super cute. Molly, I'm pretty sure it's Molly. Molly has a crush on this girl, and she is trying to figure out a way to get to be with her. And then Alex comes along, and Alex is really good about, getting what she wants. And but then I don't want to give spoilers away, but then they start having feelings for each other, and they're fighting it, and like really hard, fighting it really, really hard. But it's a super cute story, and she does get the girl in the end. I'm not telling you which girl, but she does get a girl in the end. But it's, like I said, it's super sweet and it's cute, and I really think that y'all would enjoy it if you haven't read it yet. I couldn't put it down. I pretty much read it in one setting. Yeah, it was that good. And so yeah, I ended up giving this one 5 stars. All of these are 5 stars actually, so hence why they're my favorites. Next is another author that was new to me this year that I've just devoured quite a few of her books this year. I would have to go with Love Theoretically by Allie Hazelwood. This was so cute. I accidentally made a mistake and put the book with the hamburger meat, and the hamburger meat leaked out all over it. So I was super upset about that. And I was in the process of trying to cut away the blood, but I gave up. So anyway, basically they're both theoretical physicists, and I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it's it's an enemies to lovers kind of thing. Um, I'm just gonna read the back because it's been a while since I can't. But yeah, I read it on June 17th, so my memory's not the best. So the many lives of theoretical physicist Elsie Hanaway have finally caught up with her. By day, she's an adjunct professor toiling away at grading labs and teaching thermodynamics in the hopes of landing tenure. By other day, Elsie makes up for her non-existent paycheck by offering her services as a fake girlfriend, tapping into... Oh, that's what it is. She's actually fake dating his brother. So... tapping into her expertly honed people-pleasing skills to embody whichever version of herself the client needs. Honestly, it's a pretty sweet gig until her carefully constructed Elsie verse comes crashing down. Because Jack Smith, the annoyingly attractive and arrogant older brother of her favorite client, turns out to be the cold-hearted experimental physicist who ruined her mentor's career and undermined the reputation of theorists everywhere. And he's the same Jack Smith who rules over the physics department at MIT, standing right between Elsie and her dream job. Elsie is prepared for an all-out war of scholarly sabotage, but those long, penetrating looks, not having to be anything other than her true self when she's with him, will falling into an experimentalist orbit finally tempt her to put her most guarded theories on love into practice. It's so cute. Okay, so I haven't reread this yet this year, so I was thinking of doing that in December when the readathon is going to be happening for reading one of my favorites. Wonderstruck is just probably the best way to describe it is it's beautiful. It's beautiful in every aspect. I mean, the story is amazing. The artwork is gorgeous. If you haven't read anything by Brian Selznick, I would start with this one because it's just perfect in every way. I'm not saying like the invention of Hugo Cabaret is one of my favorites too, but if I had to choose between one of those, between Hugo Cabaret and Wonderstruck, I would probably pick Wonderstruck. Because, I mean, it's just... I can't really tell you exactly what it's about because it's been a while, and there's no... As you can see, there's no dust jacket. Hang on a second, let me see. Let me look it up on Goodreads, and I can tell you exactly what it's about. Sad is, my memory is honestly getting really bad. Okay, it says, Ben and Rose secretly wish for better lives. Ben longs for the father he has never known. Rose dreams of a mysterious actress whose life she chronicles in a scrapbook. When Ben discovers a puzzling clue in his mother's room and Rose reads an enticing headline in the newspaper, both children set out alone on desperate quests to find what they are missing. Set 50 years apart, these two independent stories, Ben's told in words, Rose's in pictures, weave back and forth in symmetry. So Ben's perspective is in the writing, and then Rose's perspective is in the pictures. So I want to reread it right now, but I'm going to try really hard to save it until December. But yeah, it's gorgeous. The next one I have recommended over and over and over. I will never stop recommending this book. Even though I've only read it once, I cannot stop thinking about it. And I read this years ago. I can't stop thinking about it. So, I have a better copy somewhere, but it's The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. This is the one that I annotated the shit out of, as you can see. Whee! Anyway, so it's basically about Edmond Dantes, who he basically has everything that he could ever want or ever need, and then suddenly his world is like torn apart, and he's put in prison for something that he didn't even do. And it's about him escaping prison and going against the bad guys who put him in prison, and then trying to find the love of his life again. So it's full of action. It's got sword fighting. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. But it's just it's amazing. If I'm sure you've probably seen the movie, but honestly, the movie is great. It's a good movie, but the book is definitely better in this aspect because there's just more. There's more emotion behind it. There's more. There's just more. So I highly recommend this one if you haven't read it yet. It's not very long. This copy here is only 618 pages. So yeah, it's awesome. Okay. This one is another one. I don't even know if this author has anything else out. This is literally the only thing that I've ever seen of Laurent Lynn. Draw the Line. This is just, it's all kinds of gay. He's gay and he's an artist, and I love it. It's just, his name is Adrian Piper. He's used to blending in the background. He may be a talented artist, a sci-fi geek, and gay, but at his Texas high school, those traits would only bring him the worst kind of attention. In fact, the only place he feels free to express himself is at his drawing table, crafting a secret world through his own Renaissance art-inspired superhero graphite. It's so great. I already want to reread it. Okay, but in real life, I think I've read this one like 4 times. I've lost count. Anyway, but in real life, when a shocking hate crime flips his world upside down, Adrian must decide what kind of person he wants to be. Maybe it's time to not be so invisible after all, no matter how dangerous the risk. So, seriously, if you haven't read it, read it, because, I mean, it's just so good. I mean, it's just so good. I mean, the art's not, like, fantastic like it is in Wonderstruck, but I still love it. Anyway, 5 stars. This one, I can't tell you how many times I've read it either. I have lost count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I have no idea. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I'm sure everybody and their mother already knows about this book and the movie Love, Simon, which is an adaptation of the book. And there's also a TV series too called Love, Simon. I'm pretty sure it's called Love, Simon as well. But anyway, it's basically about a 16-year-old not so openly gay Simon Spear prefers to save his drama for the school musical. But when an email falls into the wrong hands, his secret is at risk of being thrust into the spotlight. Now Simon is actually being blackmailed. If he doesn't play wingman for class clown Martin, his sexual identity will become everyone's business. Worse, the privacy of Blue, the pen name of the boy he's been emailing with, will be jeopardized. As his email correspondence with Blue grows more flirtatious every day, Simon's junior year has suddenly gotten all kinds of complicated. Simon has to find a way to step out of his comfort zone before he's pushed out, without alienating his friends, compromising himself, or fumbling a shot at happiness with the most confusing, adorable guy he's ever met. At first, I couldn't figure out who Blue was the first time I read it. I was like, who the fuck? And then I was like, oh my god, please do not let it be Martin. Please do not let it be Martin, because I'm going to be furious. But anyway, if you haven't read it, you'll just have to find out who Blue is. It's a cute story. If you have, you already know who Blue is. But anyway, it's great. As you can see, I annotated the shit out of it. Next, we have Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Now, this is basically about a girl who writes fan fiction about Rainbow Rowell's Carry On series. So, carry on my wayward son. I love that song. Anyway, so basically she writes fan fiction about Carry On, about Simon and Baz, and she's so wrapped up in her fan fiction that she doesn't, she basically doesn't really know what's going on around her, and then she meets what's his name? She meets a guy. But I don't remember. But she and her sister Ren are really close, and they end up growing apart when they get in college, because Ren wants to have her own life and have friends and stuff, while Kath is just diving deep into her little fan fiction. But she does meet a guy. I just don't remember his name, and it's not in the synopsis. But I think the guy is actually who Kath thought was her roommate's boyfriend. But in fact, he's not. He's just a friend. And they end up falling for each other. But anyway, it's super cute. And I love anything and everything Simon and Baz. So, yeah. And the last one I want to talk about is something I should have read during Halloween, which that's what I want to start doing. I want to start reading it every Halloween, because it's not really a horror book. It's more like, I can't, it's hard to describe. Because the monster is a metaphor of some kind of mental thing. But it's called A Monster Caused by Patrick Ness. And it says the monster showed up after midnight, as they do. But it isn't the monster Connor's been expecting, the one from the nightmare he's had nearly every night since his mother started her treatments. The one with the darkness and the wind and the screaming. This monster is something different, something ancient, something wild, and it wants the truth. So yeah, and he definitely comes to the truth in the end. It's very hard hitting, it's very emotional, and it's a really sad ending. But I love it. It's like I said, it makes me cry every time I read it. I can't remember how many times I've read this one either. But anyway, so these are these are all the books, or just some of the ones that I love. And so, if you have you read any of them? If you have, let me know down in the comments what you thought of them. If you haven't, you should definitely give them a shot. So yeah. I'll. Anyway, I forget my outro. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please click that subscribe button. It would really help my channel grow. I'm still trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I know it's kind of pushing it, but please. I don't like to beg, but anyway, if I could just reach that 1,000 subscribers, I would be ecstatic. I'm just trying to figure out how to celebrate it when I finally do reach 1,000, because I've been trying to reach 1,000 for like 5-6 years now. I don't know how long I've been on YouTube, but anyway, so don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified when I post if you want to see more videos like this, and all of my links are down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later. I've got romance and nonfiction, a many. I've got horror and dystopian galore. You want fantasy? I've got plenty. But who cares? No big deal. I want more.